If you missed the September 25th meeting for parents at PVE on iPad Take Home, please watch this video for important information. In 2011, Yorktown Community Schools started our one-to-one initiative. In 19 and 20 school year, we will complete our one-to-one initiative with making PVE fully one-to-one with take-home iPads. We have had pockets of one-to-one, but most classrooms have been two-to-one until this year. This drive for technology to enhance education is what we have been striving for, and we're very happy about this completion. Some of the benefits of being one-to-one in grades K through 2 is that there's no more sharing of devices, so this gives teachers more flexibility to enhance their lessons using technology. Also, this will allow students to take home devices for digital learning days as long as they have parental permission. And students would now be using the same device at home and at school, which we feel would be a very big benefit to our students. And this allows us to extend learning outside the classroom. At Yorktown Community Schools, we use digital learning days or e-learning for all school makeups. We have a planned digital learning day coming up in just about 4 weeks, October 25th. At that time, all students will be working from home on lessons, and they will find all of these lessons in Canvas, our learning management system. In grades K through 2, what they'll find in those modules is primarily videos and instruction from their teacher. Those lessons will be due in 5 days. And your teacher will give you more information as that comes around. And if you have questions during that window, when the modules open until when the paper or the assignments are due, we have a tech line, and you'll get information about that. If you have technical issues, you can call the helpline. I'm going to talk about Lightspeed in just a minute, and Lightspeed is what you would want to try first before calling the tech line. If you have questions about your child's lesson, then you would need to contact the child's teacher, as I wouldn't have any information that could help you with that. When your child brings their iPad home, I just want to go over a few responsibilities for the student. We expect that students will take care of the iPad when it's brought home for digital learning days. It needs to be brought back the very next school day. So this digital learning day will be on a Friday. So on Monday, that iPad needs to come back to school. If it's not brought back to school, your student will miss some opportunities because these are used very widely in the classrooms. So please ensure that your child has that upon returning to school on Monday. We also expect that students would complete schoolwork before using the iPad for any other purpose on digital learning days. We see the iPad as a learning tool, definitely not a toy. So please ensure that they are completing their digital learning day work prior to doing anything else on the iPad. Students should always know where the device is. There should not be any sharing of devices. We are a one-to-one district, so all students within our district should have access to their own device on digital learning days. Please tell your student if their iPad is not working correctly, their teacher is who they should inform about that. We have a process where the teacher will fill out a ticket that will go to the tech team. And we also expect students to be good digital citizens whenever they are online. Since this is the first year that K2 students will be taking iPads home, it's important to remember how iPads should be transported. When going from home to school or school to home, iPads should be in backpacks, whether it's on the bus or in a car. Carrying iPads while at school, while at home, the cases should always be on. Students are never allowed to take that protective case off. An iPad should be held securely with both hands. And we see this happening in the hallways as they take their iPads to specials. So they're taught this at school. We just ask that you reinforce that when they bring their iPads home. If there is damage to the iPad, it will be billed if repair is needed. There is an insurance program that we offer. You might want to check with the PVE office to get more information about that. Being a good digital citizen is something we value highly at Yorktown Community Schools. We will have some work that students will do to learn how to be a better good digital citizen. As parents, we would love for you to reinforce the same behavior at home. This Common Sense Media site is a great resource for parents, for teachers, for students to have those conversations with your children, and we really just want to give this resource out to parents so they can check out all of the great resources that Common Sense Media has for you. This information about managing iPads is a very important slide, as all of this will apply to you when your child brings the iPad home for Digital Learning Days. All iPads in our district have an internet filter. It is called Lightspeed, and that is the blue logo that is on this slide. Every day, students have to log into Lightspeed with their username and password, and they will have to also do that at home. They've been practicing this in their classrooms, so this is not new to your student. It will happen about every 8 hours. If they have not logged in recently, it will prompt them to log in again. You may have experienced this if you have older children in the district. I'm going to put a video in this video about what that looks like. But if you have any problems on Digital Learning Days, before you call the tech line, the first thing that you'll want to do is log into Lightspeed and make sure that that does not alleviate the problem. Also, all apps on these iPads must be downloaded on our network. We have an app portal, and that is the only place that students are allowed to download apps. We have these iPads restricted so that students cannot add an iTunes account, and students cannot add passcodes. So you don't have to worry about either one of those. Those have been disallowed on the iPads. On our Digital Learning Days, all students K through 12 will be using our learning management system, Canvas. In grades K through 2, students will use the Canvas app that is on their iPad. It has the word student shown underneath of it. They will log in using their username and password, which is the same username and password as Lightspeed. If they have previously logged into Canvas, which they should have, they probably won't even have to log into Canvas. But if they do, they will use the same username and password. You will still have a packet of paper pencil assignments that your teacher will send home. Our K through teachers primarily use Canvas for videos, for demos, for some fun things that they do on Digital Learning Days. When you are in the Canvas app, you will go to your child's homeroom course. There will be other courses that are shown, but you will go to homeroom, and then you will click modules. And the only module that you should see that day would be the Digital Learning Day module. If you do not see the module, if we have a problem getting to where your child needs to go, that is when you would call the tech line and let me look at it myself and see if I can help you get to exactly where your child needs to go for their assignments. You will need to connect your child's iPad to your Wi-Fi. These are the steps that you will use to do this. This is the same steps that you would take on an iPhone or another type of phone that you have. So if you just go to settings, choose Wi-Fi, and choose the available network, you should be able to get on your home wireless. If there is a problem, make sure that your child is logged into Lightspeed first. If you do not have home Wi-Fi, we will also open a couple labs in the evenings of our Digital Learning Day week. More information about that will be forthcoming. You could also go to the Yorktown Public Library. There are local businesses that have Wi-Fi, McDonald's and Coffee Breeze, or if you live in another community, any public library would have Wi-Fi access that you could use. If you have questions about this presentation or your child bringing home their iPad, you can contact me, Joe Cox, at jcox@yorktown.k12.in.us, or you can contact your child's teachers with questions as well. After you have viewed this video, you will need to click below the video on the appropriate form for your child's grade, and please fill out your child's name, the teacher name, and your name, signifying that you have watched the presentation and that you understand your responsibilities and your students' responsibilities in bringing home the iPad. This parental consent is required before an iPad can be sent home. This short video will show you where you will click to log into Lightspeed and Canvas for your child's digital learning days. On the iPad, you will find the blue Lightspeed app. You simply click that app, and it will take you to this screen. On this screen, you put in your child's username and password, which will be sent home. You hit authenticate, and it will give you a successful login. If it does not give you a successful login, please go back and retype the username and password, making sure there are no spaces before or after. Once you are logged into Lightspeed, you will go to Canvas, which is the red and white icon with the word student under it. And if your child is not already logged into Canvas, you will need to go to Find My School, type in Yorktown, and then type in instructure.com. Once you hit the Go button, it will take you to this screen, which is where your child will log into Canvas. It's the same username and the same password that they used for Lightspeed. Once they are logged in, they will click on their homeroom course, click on the word modules, and there they will see their digital learning day module.